Dave Chappelle once said, playing the role of Rick James is cold as ice. So the goal today is to check out this nature reserve that I didn't realize was here, which is weird because it's really close to my house. It's also like 20 degrees outside right now though. So I don't know how long this is gonna last. Okay, I think we'll start with the Blackbird Trail. Seems like good as any. Wow, it looks really cool actually. I love corridors and like tunnels. So Blackbird Trail is maybe like 50, 100 meters, I don't know. But Blackbird Trail just ends right here. Oh, I don't know what's over here. Is this frozen lake? Yeah, that's ice right there. Well, Blackbird Trail is complete. Let's go check out the other ones. One thing that I can't seem to escape, that kind of sucks, but it's kind of a good thing too, is that I always feel better when I eat less food. I love eating so much that it's so hard to retrain yourself to be like, yo, I don't need to eat this right now. I've eaten enough. Anyways, my point is I haven't eaten anything today. I feel really good. Looks like some sort of amphitheater or something over there. Okay, next up, Orchard Trail. Really curious to look at this footage, see how smooth it is, because this seems super useful. Not only can you use this gimbal as like this nice walking apparatus, but you can also just set it on the ground like this. And boom, you got a tripod that you can position around, like you can move it up very easily. Boom. Very handy. Well, this is a pretty cool little nature preserve, but I'm very rapidly figuring out that it's not very big. What is this? What is this supposed to be? Also, this type of environment, I really like it, man. It's like, I like the seclusion, but also the ability to kind of reflect to yourself. I don't know, I find talking to the camera very therapeutic as well. I definitely do think that everybody has an environment that they thrive in, whether that be due to training, life experience, preference, whatever it is. Everybody's got like that environment that they need. Although I feel like nature in general, it's kind of like everybody's environment. It's just we're so disconnected from it in the sense that we're not in it all the time that we kind of forget that it's our environment. But man, once you go back into it, it's like immediate. Look at this winter wonderland right here. Also, Brian left his down inner jacket thing at my house, and I figured instead of just letting it languish, because I haven't gotten it back to him yet, might as well get some use out of it. I also really like exploring things that should be populated with people, but aren't for whatever reason. Like because they're closed or abandoned, whatnot. It's such a cool feeling. What do you guys think, left or right? I'm gonna say into the forest. Let's go into the forest. Oh, look at this tree. That is a pretty terrifying looking tree. I've realized this before, I suppose, but for me, I think being in motion is super important. Usually that means physically in motion and moving, like moving towards something. You know, whatever it happens to be. It doesn't have to be like a pathological, always needing something to do, but just like a goal or like the road to self-improvement. Like that movement towards being a better person and trying to improve yourself. I find that very satisfying. And I kind of get the same feeling when I'm walking or moving. It's just like, yes, this is good. another trail junction. We're on the Beach Hollow Trail Loop, and this is the Hare Creek Trail. Let's go on this one. The only one who's used this trail. Looks like somebody and their dog was here. If I didn't mention it, or if it wasn't obvious, the snow is fresh today. Woke up and it was freshly blanketing the landscape in a very pleasing manner. Looks like somebody's got a farm just over there. I wonder if we can get over there. This kind of reminds me of the time we went to Scott Koenig's house, basically in his backyard. There's a bunch of farms. If you haven't seen that vlog, go check that out. I think it was called like, We Found Something Cool, or I don't remember. I filmed it with my phone, and I really regretted that because the quality wasn't very good. You know what's kind of hard to tell is like, when is something just outside of the realm of human capability, and when is something just because you're not like physically fit or prepared or trained for something? What I mean is, my hands are so cold right now. And how much of that is just I'm not wearing any gloves and it's 20 degrees out, and how much of that is I have bad circulation and I need more body fat so that the blood will go to my fingers as well and not just my vital organs. I don't know if you guys have tips on that. I'd love to know it. Look at this tree. Anyways, I'm gonna go back this way because I want to do a loop. I don't want to go back where I came from. Creek Ridge Trail, Beach Hollow Trail. Let's go this way. Getting kind of tired of my hands hurting like this, so I think it's time to make it back to the car. This exercise feels really good though. Very nice to get moving again. What is this? Is that a graveyard? Oh, it looks like a little mini graveyard. You know, it's funny that I always say winter is my favorite season because I like all the seasons, and I think maybe more of it is just that I like contrast. And I feel like winter is such a strong contrast between the other seasons, but I also really don't know why I say it's my favorite when I'm so ill adapted to the cold. Maybe that's why. It's like the challenge. No, that's not why at all. Oh my God, it's the hot chocolate and the Christmas presents. That's what it is. So I think REI is having a sale this week. I'm going to get some thin leather gloves so I can actually operate the camera but keep my hands warm, and a warm jacket. Those two are happening. So I was curious what the graphics card situation was with the Bitcoin mining. This is what the situation is. Nothing. Let's see. 1070, $800. It was like $450 last year. Stupid Bitcoin. Oh, baby. You know what time it is. Battle of the Colossus was always in my top 10 games of all time. I think it's probably number 2 now. Ocarina of Time I would take to a desert island, and then Shadow of the Colossus. I could play it for the rest of my life and still enjoy it. Oh my God, it's so good. I just love like the sense of thrill being on those Colossi, and just like the whole story behind it, and the music especially. I was in my junior year of college, and at that time I was in Japan doing my study abroad program. I didn't have a PlayStation 2. Shadow of the Colossus had just come out. It was right before winter break. And I bought the soundtrack because I knew that the music was incredible, because I saw like one video and it was like that bridge where you go to the second Colossus. I heard the music, I saw the graphics, I said, that's it, I'm not hearing another thing from this game or seeing another thing from this game. I'm just gonna get it and play it and experience it fresh for the first time. So I had this CD unopened, just teasing me for like 2 months while I waited until I could go home to get the game and play it. Oh my God, one of the best memories ever. Okay, have I talked about this one before? Me, Brian, and Andrew are in their parents' basement and we're playing this game. So it's on New Year's Eve and it's getting really close to midnight. Brian and Andrew's mom keep bugging us to come upstairs to watch the ball drop. And we're like, okay, we'll be there in a minute. We're on the final boss. And finally, it's like 2 minutes left. Brian and Andrew's mom comes down, is able to drag those two upstairs. And I'm like, no, I gotta finish this game. And I finished Shadow of the Colossus, saw the ending. As the new year began, what an incredible memory and experience that was, to finish such an amazing game, such a momentous, beautiful, one of the best games ever made. Finishing it like on the new year, like what a fresh start, and then like the ending kind of has that too. I won't spoil it, but man, oh my goodness. What's going on with my computer? Shadow of the Colossus. Okay, that's gonna do it for today's vlog. Hopefully today was entertaining. It was very entertaining for me, but for entirely different reasons. Shadow of the Colossus is one heck of a game. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, okay, so it wasn't as long as I thought. Okay, it came out on 2005, December 7th. So I had to wait almost a month, it wasn't that long, to get home to be able to play this. And man, I'm so glad that I waited.